Look, I just got done eating these and I don't have a whole lot to say here. Smoky, sticky, sweet barbecue ribs. It's a beautiful thing. So we're making ribs today. It doesn't matter if you have a stick burner, a pellet smoker, a Weber kettle. The point is, I want people to have delicious barbecue, smoky, sticky, sweet. If you take a bite and it doesn't just melt in your mouth, you need some help. So let's get into it. Start by peeling off the membrane off the back of the ribs. This is real chewy if you don't pull it off, and a lot of people don't like it. So usually you can just start in the corner with a paper towel like I'm doing here, and you can pull back. Sometimes it'll come off in one sheet, sometimes it won't. Here I got lucky, I didn't really have to go back and do much, but peel that off and throw it out, you don't need it. And now we need a way for the seasonings to stick, so I'm going to use yellow mustard. This is really common. Spread it all over the ribs on both sides, and if you don't like mustard for some reason, you could use a little bit of water or spray some apple juice on there. You just want a wet surface so that rub doesn't fall off. And speaking of rub, we're going to make our own homemade rub today with some attitude and a little bit of sweetness. So that's 3 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. This is 1 teaspoon of cumin for some earthiness. A teaspoon of chipotle powder for the attitude. It's going to give it nice spice. A tablespoon of garlic powder. A tablespoon of kosher salt. And a tablespoon of black pepper. Combine it with your hands. It's best to do this because you got to break up that brown sugar, get the clumps out of there. And this is a great rub. It's not going to be too spicy. It will have a little bit of spiciness to it, but the brown sugar balances it out, and so will your barbecue sauce that you put on the end. Mix it really good with your hands, get the clumps out. Season your ribs all over on both sides. You want to get good coverage on here. This rub recipe is meant for 2 slabs of ribs, so you should use all of it on both slabs. Now let's talk smokers for a second. I'm using a stick burner, but if I was using a pellet smoker like my vertical or my drum smoker or a charcoal grill, I would do it exactly the same. Set your smoker or grill to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm using some cherry wood today, but you can use your favorite. If you're using a pellet smoker, they make great blends, competition blends. They've got fruit wood blends. Just use your favorite. If you're using a charcoal grill, get yourself a couple chunks, maybe of some apple wood or some cherry. That would be awesome on these. And now we're ready to put the ribs in the smoker. So we're set to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and we want about 3 hours of direct smoke on these ribs. After 3 hours, we're gonna wrap them in foil to tenderize them. Then we'll put some sauce on them. But for now, get them in the smoker. If you're using a Weber kettle, you want to put the ribs opposite the coals, so you're cooking with indirect heat. And if you have a vertical or a cabinet smoker like I do, just know that the racks at the top are hotter than the bottom. Heat does travel up, so just keep that in mind. Anything up there is going to cook quicker than below. Alright, so here's one of my secrets. So what I like to do is fill up a spray bottle with apple juice, and about every 45 minutes, give the ribs a nice spray with the apple juice. This does 2 things. Number 1, it keeps them from drying out. There's a lot of convection going on inside of your smoker, which means a lot of air movement, and that hot air can dry it out, so it's a good idea to come and spray them. But the apple juice also adds flavor, and it's going to help mellow out that chipotle seasoning a little bit. So you'll do that about 2 or 3 times during the cook. Otherwise, keep that door closed, keep all that beautiful smoke in there so the ribs take on that good smoky flavor. And after your timer goes off for 3 hours, you want to wrap the ribs in aluminum foil. And what you want to do is put them meat side down. What's going to happen is they're going to start to give off their own juices from the fat. And you want the meaty side down, kind of swimming in that fat. It's going to help steam and tenderize the ribs. So we've already built up great smoke flavor. We've built up a nice bark with the rub on there. And so now these last 2 hours, we're going to keep it in the foil. And you want to wrap it in 2 layers of foil, just like I did here. 2 layers, just in case one of those bones pokes through. You don't want to lose all the juice. So wrap it up in 2 layers, put it back in the smoker, and then what you're looking for is tenderness. After about 2 more hours, take a toothpick and start poking through the top of the foil. If you're not hitting a bone, that toothpick should go in and out just like it's going into warm butter. That's how you know they're going to be fall off the bone. And now the ribs have cooked for a total of 5 hours at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. They've got great color on them. They're super tender. That toothpick went in and out like butter, like I said. And that's usually going to happen somewhere around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So now what you want to do, get some sauce on that underside. It doesn't have to look too pretty. That's not the presentation side. Then flip them over, put down another layer of sauce, and then you'll get out the brush and make it look real nice. This is my homemade mustard sauce. If you want to see how to make that, I'll put a link in the description below. And then on the second slab, I'm going to repeat the same process but with a different sauce. This is a Korean style barbecue sauce. It's a honey gochujang. It's really, really good. It's sweet and funky. If you're into Korean barbecue, you'll know what I'm talking about. It makes for some of the best smoked ribs I've ever had. Same process. Then we're gonna put them back in the smoker, in the foil, and we're keeping them in the foil just to keep this sticky barbecue sauce off of the grates. And you're just gonna keep them in there for about 10 minutes. You want the sauce to set. You don't want it to burn or get hard. Just warm it up, get it set so they're nice and sticky. Check these dudes out. Man, does that look good. It smells even better. So here's the one with my homemade mustard sauce. Here's the one with the Korean barbecue sauce. I'm just gonna cut one of each. There's the first guy. Nice smoke ring, very nice. And it is tender. And once again, awesome smoke ring. Hope you can see that. Beautiful color. All right, now it's time to taste test. You see that? That is so, so good. Again, the sauce working with that rub is unbelievable. You've got to try this out. 2 different ways to do it. It doesn't matter what kind of smoker you have. You can do it. If you cook to those same temperatures, you're gonna love it. And you know what else you're gonna love? One of those 2 videos right there, and I'll see you over there.